Okay, what I was showing you before I screwed up that video, we're going to do, I was going to show you how I do my dowels in the back of my tool rest so that you can see that they, how they go in so easily and accurately. So now I have made a jig, and it's a good thing to have a really good accurate pegboard template. So that's how I got this from this. Now you want to, this is just an average old for my pipe wrench, and I want to hang it up somewhere. And in order to get the little dowel holes, I already did this, but I did such a good video that you didn't see anything I was doing. You could just see my wall. So I'm going to try this and see if you can see this. Okay, anyway, what you want to do is make sure that when you drill the holes, they don't go through any of the parts that are going to interrupt or interfere with your tool that you are hanging. So I've got a bad hole there, so I use these 3 holes or stretch it across. And it turns out that these holes, this here, and this one. So these 2 holes here line up the best. So I just lay it on there flat against this maple. That way it keeps it flat and even and level when you go to do it. So line it up there. Clamp that part. Make sure you clamp the maple and the piece and make sure they're tied up against the Coca-Cola jig. See there, it's got to be tied up against, and tighten that, and I always use a brad point bit straight down in there. The reason I use hardwood so it doesn't get loose and bad. Just go ahead and let it go a little farther for, okay, and then this was my other hole. You will mark it better than I do, I'm sure. Okay, now, come out. Oops, I went into that. I'm glad I didn't drill far through that. But these were my 2 holes, as I had said before. Then you stick your dowels in there and check them. Oops, went really deep with that one, didn't I? Didn't want to go that deep. But I've got these others I can just snip off, or let's see, where is a little thing I can remove it with? Okay, he's nice and long now. Okay, I'll put that one in there. You don't want them too long because they'll hit the wall and that would be useless, so I'm going to sand this one down to meet the other one. Okay, now I'm going to put it up here. I'll show you what sometimes happens when, okay, that's, as I always say, perfect, level and straight in. So he goes in there, and it's not necessarily where I'm going to hang it, but since it's a heavy tool, eventually it's going to sag. So what I've used on the heavier tools, obviously not all of them, but it does help to have these little guys right here. They'll support triangulars underneath, and that will keep them straight like this one needs to be. And that's not even heavy, he shouldn't even be like that. It's probably just worn out the wimpy pegboard, but oh, I don't know, am I poking at it or not? Let me see. So that's that on that pegboard thing.